Everybody, welcome to What's Up Wednesday, and I guess technically kind of welcome to fall. Here we are, the second week of September, and I know up here in the northern part of the United States, as I'm based in the greater Seattle area, that we're already seeing that change into fall. The weather's starting to change. I noticed that I'm getting up in the morning, it's dark. I'm driving to work, it's dark. So here we enter that season where between now and March, darkness begins to grow and daylight starts to fade. I know in other parts of the country, we're still, looking at very hot temperature, summer-like weather, but up here in the northern part of the country, it's just starting to change a little bit. And, that kind of leads us into this season that I think for a lot of people can can really be a difficult season leading into the holidays. And again, fall kind of marks that transition from the warmth and the light that we get in the spring and the summer into the darkness of winter, which is very difficult for a lot of people. And for those of you out there who don't know, September is Suicide Prevention Month. And this week, the week of September 9 through 13, is actually Construction Suicide Prevention Week. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that. As we probably know, mental health, and I've talked about mental health before, it's a huge issue in our world, not just our society, not just the United States, but globally, mental health is such a big issue. And as we probably all know, construction suicide is higher than any other industry, and construction suicide is 4 times the average of all the other industries combined. So when you look at that, there are a lot of reasons that may contribute that, but it's a really good time. It's always a good time, but now specifically in Suicide Prevention Month and Construction Suicide Prevention Week, it's a really good opportunity to talk about it, to talk about mental health, to talk about tools people can use to create a platform or an environment where it's safe for people to talk about the challenges they're facing. And I feel like this is so important because when we look at suicide, whether it be teen suicide, which is an all-time high, to really suicide at any age, the reality is so many of these are preventable. And if we're just there paying attention to somebody else, it can make such a huge difference. We need to stop. We need to be aware. We need to be present. We need to ask people questions. We need to observe. And I think especially in the safety profession, that's so important because again, mental health is becoming a very large component of the occupational health and safety profession in our role. So that health piece, mental health is a big part of that occupational health piece that we need to pay attention to. And again, suicide is preventable in so many cases. So what are the things that we're doing? I think talking about it, as I mentioned in the past, is the most important thing. And maybe this week or even going into next week, put it on your agenda to talk about at a morning toolbox meeting. Do a little research. There's so many resources out there that you can turn to. You can go to constructionsuicideprevention.com and find so many great resources and topics that you can use for a toolbox meeting. So I really want to put that on everybody's radar. I want everybody thinking about the fact that suicide's a really big problem in our society, and we need to be talking about it because it doesn't just happen off the job. It's happening on the job. It's happening in the workplace. And we all know it. We see it. We hear about it. So, hopefully you could do something with that. Take it to your workplace. Take it to your employees. Inspire your people to be, observant around this topic and do what we can to make a difference. So hopefully that helps. We will see you next Wednesday.